Okay, so today I'm going to talk about scaling up, scaling down, and cross multiplying. These are two options you can do when you have a problem set up like this. So I'm going to show both ways. It's important that we know both ways because sometimes it might be easier to do scale up, scale down, and sometimes you can't do that and you have to do cross multiply, okay? So I'm going to show this first problem right here. Put number 1. Okay. So I'm going to look at 2 and 8. Since I'm going up, I'm going to be looking at multiplying, and we're going to be scaling up. 2 times what equals 8? Well, 2 times 4 equals 8. So what I do on top, I have to do on the bottom. I always like to think of it as kind of like finding an equivalent fraction. Whatever you do on top, you have to do on the bottom. So 6 times 4 is 24. So x equals 24. Now, let me show this by doing cross multiplying. So I'm going to erase this. So now cross multiplying, I always like to tell students to look for the two numbers that are diagonal of each other. It would be 6 and 8. So you would multiply those two numbers. 6 times 8 is 48. So you do 6 times 8 equals 48. Okay? Then you would take this answer and divide by the number you haven't used yet, which would be 2. So you would do 48 divided by 2. And if you don't know that off the top of your head, it's okay. You can do it on the side. So if we do 48 divided by 2, 48 goes here, and 2 goes here. 2 goes into 4 how many times? 2 times. Put 2 right above the 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract, I get 0. Then I bring down my 8. And 2 goes into 8 how many times? 24. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract, I get 0. My answer still is 24. So those are just two different ways that you can do this one. So let's do another example. Let's look at number 2. So for here, I'm going down, so I'm going to be dividing. So 12 divided by what equals 6? 12 divided by 2 equals 6. So I have to do it up top as well. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So x equals 5. Now let's show it with cross multiplying. So I'm going to erase this. So I would multiply the two numbers that are diagonal from each other, which would be 10 times 6, which equals 60. Okay, then I would do 60 divided by the number I haven't used yet, which would be 12. So, well, that kind of looks funny, so I'm just going to circle that so we don't get confused. So I would do 60 divided by 12. And we should know that because that is one of our multiplication tables. 60 divided by 12 equals 5. So x equals 5.